I'm crawling on the floor, being like, like reaching for the screen because I want Dracula for myself now. Um,
I'm just
so that
laughing because I know that's gonna be the entry quote into this video.
I'm Maddie.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we're okay, ready?
Yeah.
And we're just some podcast. Why didn't you do it?
I thought you said that we weren't doing it. I thought you were doing it with me. Oh, and we're just some podcast.
but you didn't have the teeth.
You have teeth on. That's fantastic. No, keep the teeth on. Keep them on. Let me find some.
It's getting real sweaty under here. So I don't know how long I'll keep these teeth on for.
I'm obsessed with the fact that you have teeth. I did not expect that. I wanted to find a really quick, like widow's peak wig for Dracula. I did not find one.
I didn't have it.
It's
I'm gonna
not,
take.
it's not Halloween.
These are already falling off my face. Hope you guys enjoyed. For the listeners only, I had paper taped to my face
Yeah, as for Dracula teeth.
as my
So,
Dracula teeth. So
as if you could outrun me, okay? Different vampires.
hey,
same
but we're
vibe,
wearing
so.
capes.
Hey, we're wearing capes today.
Oh, you're
Ooh.
wondering why? This
Yeah.
is just a normal Wednesday.
Yeah, I just wear a cape on Wednesday. I don't know about you guys. If you guys aren't wearing capes,
What
oh,
are
you're
you
missing out.
doing?
You're missing out. Don't you want to fly around in the wind? You don't? Embarrassing. Um,
No, today we're doing Dracula. But first, let's
guys,
well,
lower the lights. You don't want to sit down for this one. We have a quick disclaimer. Okay, so sad effects, tears on our faces. No, actually, this is devastating. So, hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. Maddie and I, it came to our attention this morning, okay, that the director sucks for this movie. I don't know his name. I don't care to give his name any attention, so I wasn't even gonna say his name. But he sucks. I don't know if he's in the files or what, but it's been confirmed some really gross stuff from this guy. So we just wanted to say that we enjoyed this movie, but no credit goes to this director because he
yeah,
sucks.
all the credit goes to the crew
The
and
actors, the
and the actors.
producers, the composer, like all that. And yeah, the director sucks. So we are not in support of him or his beliefs or the way that he's decided to conduct his life in a very disgusting matter. We hope he's arrested. And yeah, so we just want to say that big disclaimer before we
Yeah.
talk about this film that we watched this week without knowing that. So just to clear that up. Okay, now back to the fun. Okay. Maddie and I watched the film Dracula, A Love Tale this week. And it was life-changing.
It was
Uh,
life-changing.
It was a fantastic movie. Genuinely, the last time I left a theater and was like, "Oh my gosh," was Wake Up Dead Man. In this movie, I felt the same way leaving the theater.
Yeah.
So good.
This movie was fantastic. We did what we usually do when we want to see a movie together, which is we find theaters near us. Well, not near Carolyn at all, but and we pick a movie.
I drove an hour for this, and it was worth it.
It was worth it. But we find a theater that's showing the movie at the same time, so that we're watching the movie at the same time, just at different places.
Mm.
And it was so fun. My movie started about 30 minutes before Carolyn did, because Carolyn has
Because
so
of the
many
ads. No, literally, Cinemark, I'm calling you out. I'm on my way to talk to your CEO right now, okay? Because here's the thing with Cinemark is, okay, pros and cons. Pros, tickets generally very cheap. I think my ticket was $8 to see this
Pretty
movie. And so that's great. But cons, I'll pay the extra $2. I'll pay the extra $4 if it means I don't have to watch 35 to 40 minutes of like regular ads. Like we're talking like bank ads and car ads and just like random stuff, like not trailers. Like I remember Maddie texted me because we were texting in the movie. Hey, we didn't text during the movie.
Not during the movie before. Okay, it was only the
Okay,
four.
don't be mad. Also, no one's in the theater, so actually it doesn't matter. It's just us. No, but Maddie's texting me. She's like, "Okay, my trailer's just started," and that's the start time of the movie. Like the start, the start time of when you're supposed to get to the theater. That's when the trailers start. Okay, for me, the trailers didn't start for another 20 minutes after that because it was just ads, and I was just like,
Yeah,
"What?" I
devastated. Oh my God.
I'm so upset. Like I used to be like I want to get there early because I like to see all the trailers, and now Cinemark, I'm upset.
It's devastating.
It is.
But there are some great trailers. Dude,
Yes,
I have not worn this cape in a long time, and I don't know how to do this.
I like this cape.
Carolyn has brought it up before this recording that the last time I wore this was at work. Embarrassing.
Okay, let's clarify a few things.
No,
First of all, it was
I'm just kidding.
Halloween.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. Okay, my mom made me this cape for Halloween because I went as Snape.
And she wore the
Oh,
wig, guys. She committed.
Future
Um,
Maddie put some pictures here,
they're so funny.
and
I
my
love those
boss
photos.
at the time, I showed up to work because I you dress up for Halloween,
Because
and
Maddie's whimsical and fun, and not everyone can
I'm
match that.
exactly, thank you. And I wore my Snape costume to work, and my boss was like, "Why are you wearing that?" And I went like this, and then walked away.
And I think about that on the daily and I laugh out loud to myself like a freak. Like I genuinely was putting on this cape for the podcast today and I thought about that and it was just so funny. I think about it every time. I just can't
But
imagine like what's your response to that? If someone does that to you, it's over. There's nothing
well,
you can say.
exactly, what are you gonna do? But now I'm happy that I get to wear this cape for Dracula. Uh,
Yes.
Dracula. For this movie came out in 2025 in Europe,
Yes.
which
Which
was devastating.
yeah, honestly, never have I ever wanted to watch a European film. That's not true. But like never ever like sought one out like this.
No, dude,
Like
I'm gonna be 100% honest.
it is a
So
French film, question
so
mark?
I found this movie probably during the fall because I think it was released in July, right?
I
And
think so. But
so it
like
was,
yes, I remember when the edit started going on.
yeah, so I got real attached to this movie before it was even out here. And so I don't arrest me. I did try to find it illegally. Okay?
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
she's admitting it. She's admitting it. Officer, right
Hey,
there.
but I
That's the
was
one.
unsuccessful. Okay, if that makes you feel any better. It was unsuccessful. So I had to wait, like everyone else, for it to come out in the US. And man, oh man, I'm so glad I did because it was phenomenal. Um,
Yes. I can't believe how long it took for it to get over here, but yeah, we went
yeah.
and saw it and it was just breathtaking. I think I cried like 17 times. Like just throughout. Like I would cry for like one scene and then I'd be like, okay, next scene, and then I'd cry again. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, so we're gonna start with our non-spoiler review.
Yes. Well, first, before we do that, we're gonna say that we attempted to also read the original Dracula book before today's
Yes.
episode. Carolyn, how far did you get?
I am 33% in.
There we go.
It's a
Okay.
long book. Well, also we decided we were gonna do that 2 days ago, so it's not like we were like we're planning to read it and then but it was like 2 days ago we were like, do you think we can read it quick enough? And genuinely I actually really enjoy the book. Like I am
Yeah.
really liking it, but it is nothing like the movie, so something you guys should know. If you've
Yeah.
read the book, don't worry, nothing's spoiled for you.
Nothing spoiled for you.
It's nothing
I
like the
think
book.
I got to maybe 30 to between 30 to 40%. And I told Carolyn this morning that I remember snippets, but I don't my brain didn't process the book, and I think it was because I was trying to read it so fast
It's
for
also a
today's
very sorry, go ahead.
for today's episode. But it's really good, guys. It's a nice, well-written book, but it's maybe not my cup of tea. And it's because it's not a romance, okay? And there's a romance between two characters, but not the kind of romance that I want to read. If that makes sense.
Well, I think the romance that you're thinking of, I do think it exists, but I think it's way later because it's kind of like the Phantom of the Opera. kind of situation. However, bad news. However, I do think it's really good. Like it's
Yeah.
really well written, and I think that it's not a speed read though, and we're trying to read it like a speed read, which is why it's like
Yeah.
not happening. But the way that it's told, it was the first book. Actually, this might not be true. If it's not true, I'm so sorry. But what I've heard is that it's the first book to do the diary entry
Oh,
style reading.
cool.
If not, it's just the first popular book to do that. And I find that style to be so interesting, and you have to be so creative to do it. Like I found the way that the storytelling is just really interesting. And for those of you who haven't read Dracula, it's like every chapter is like an account of seeing Dracula from different characters. And so it's so interesting. And I feel like if I had read this when it came out, I would have been so scared because you just don't know what's going on. Like generally you don't.
Yes.
And it's so well written in that way because you're just hearing accounts of like random spooky things happening, but you really
Mhm.
don't know what's going on. And so
Yeah.
it is like, oh my gosh, what's going on?
Yeah.
But yes, so I'm really enjoying it. I am gonna finish it. Kathy, if you're listening to this, just go watch the movie, please. She's so insistent on reading the book first, but they're so different that it wouldn't even matter if she which one
Yeah.
you read
Well,
first.
yeah, and the book, yeah, I do agree. I think the book is really cool the way that it's written in diary entries.
Hmm.
Um, because you're following Jonathan in the book, well, in the beginning mostly. And I think like there are parts where even I was like, "Oh my gosh, what is this? What's happening?" Like it is spooky. Like
Spooky.
it's a spooky book. So
And I
yeah.
really think it's so well written. Like the way I've loved Mina's chapters so much, like the way that she's written is
Hmm.
my favorite. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm really excited to finish it. But yes, it is nothing like this movie. In this movie, this adaptation, they knew that and they advertised it as such. It's called Dracula, a Love Tale. It's
Yeah.
not following because Zach was like, because like Dracula is way more similar. The book, like for adaptation wise, Nosferatu is way more based on the book than, which is funny because it's not even called Dracula, but it's way more like the book than
Yeah.
Dracula. But I don't mind that.
I don't mind it either. I saw someone say that Nosferatu. I almost said Natsufatu.
I love it
Um,
when you say Natsufatsu. I don't want to be upset.
Natsufatu. But
Please call it by its Christian given name, no,
but
Natsufatsu.
I heard that like well, someone on TikTok was like that is for like the bros, it feels like the more gory, violent side of Dracula. And then Dracula Love Tales is really for the girlies, which I thought was an interesting take. I
Yeah,
think I do kind of agree. Like if for because a lot of the people that like watch their reviews on it, like a lot of the guys were like, yeah, it's like a romance, don't really care about it. And then like a lot of the like book talkers were like, if you love dark fantasy, this is the movie for you. So
yeah, like it is
yeah,
so good. It's like the burn the world down for her type of situation.
yeah.
So
So
good. And was Zach, so Zach loves everything Dracula. He always has. Um, and he loved this movie too.
yeah.
We went together last night. So funny. I went with Maddie on Monday, and then I went with Zach on Tuesday. Because it was so good.
It's so good. And my mom, I was trying to convince my mom to go see it, and she was like, Dracula. I don't want to see that. I was like, fine.
It's no, but it's not what you expect. It's like your mom not wanting to see Pride and Prejudice. You need to make her go to it, and she'll realize how good it is.
I know, but we'll get to it in like the spoiler section, but there were a few scenes where I think my mom would be like, I'm not watching this. Um, which I
Yeah,
completely understand because even at one point I was like, I don't know if I want to watch this. Uh, but you know, you had to stick it to the end because I kind of from all the edits that I've seen prior to watching this, I did kind of know the ending a little bit. So I was like, I know it gets better. I just have to get through this scene. But you know, I
yeah.
don't
I
think
know.
she'd like it.
We talked about it too, and I could have done without that scene. But like, also you had, yeah. We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it.
But
But I don't think Mama Kerp, I don't think this is her cup of tea. She's not really into these kind of films. She, I don't know, she really only
she hates
watched
Twilight.
she
She's like, I don't want to watch Twilight, thanks. So
Yeah.
funny.
So,
Yeah, if you're a fan of Twilight, you're gonna eat this up. No,
yeah,
but
please.
another one, sir. Okay, spoiler for your review. Spoiler for your review.
10
Where's the
out of
spoiler
10.
for your review? Yeah, genuinely, I loved this movie, and I might just still be off the high of it because I've seen it. I saw it twice in a row, within the last, you know, 48 hours. So
I
I'm
think
really
it's
into it right
so
now. And
good.
it's so good. Like this is like in my top 10 favorite movies, like probably because like I just it's just so good. It's so good.
Yeah. So
Um
Dracula is played by Caleb Landry
and he is fantastic.
Jones.
Maddie has seen other movies that he's in. I feel like I've seen him in other things, but I didn't really remember it.
Yes, I have said
Um
this 1,000 times. He is in a movie called
I know exactly what you're saying.
The Three Billboards of Ebbing, Missouri. Okay, this movie is fantastic. It is in my top 10 favorite movies of all time. And he is a reporter in it. And so when I saw that he was in this movie, I was like, oh my gosh, that's the guy from Three Billboards of Ebbing, Missouri.
Yeah.
And he's also in Found This Out. He's in X-Men. He plays Banshee. And so I watched part of his clips and I was like, damn, he is so good. And like he's so good in everything that he does. He's also in Get Out, shockingly. He plays the brother.
I completely forgot about that.
Right? I did not even know that. But he does. He plays the brother. And he's like in a million things. He's in
He's so good.
Old
He
Country for the good what is it?
For Old Man, No
For
Country
Old
for Old
Men.
Man, is that what it said?
No Country for
Uh,
Old Men. Yeah.
he from this movie, it just seems like he very much gives himself to every role he does.
Yeah.
Like he full sends it. Because there's moments in this movie that you're like, oh, that was tough to watch. But it's because like he's fully in it. Like,
He's
and he
in
did so
it.
well.
Yeah.
Um,
And he is a very southern guy, born and raised in Texas. And I was so curious. I'm like, I wonder how he goes in and out of like both accents. And so I was watching behind the scenes, and when he's on set, he only talks in Dracula's accent. Like that's the only accent he talks in. And I was like, that's so like there's even an interview of him talking about his character, and he's fully in his Transylvanian accent, and I thought that was really cool that he does that. So
yeah, it seems
character.
like that's a common method for actors that are like really trying to get an accent down.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ilya did that, and the guy who played Ilya in Heat Rivalry is he spoke in Russian for his entire time on set.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and who else? There was another actor that did that. I can't remember who it was.
I have no idea.
But
No
I think
clue.
that's a common method just because you don't want to fall in and out of it, which I do say that was my only thing that I was like, all right, guys, was there's a lot of actors in this movie and most of them are in and out of whatever accent they're trying the whole time. Not
Mm-hmm.
Dracula. He does a great job. But
He
everyone
kills it.
else was kind of in and out of their accent. I thought Christoph
Walt.
Walker,
Waltz.
Waltz,
Christopher
Christoph Waltz.
Walker is a completely different actor. Is that his last name?
I'm gonna look it
Hairspray?
up. Hold
Uh,
on, wait.
it's Christoph Waltz. That is the
Okay,
actor's name.
Christoph Waltz, he's so good. He did a pretty good job with his accent. Because
Yeah.
he was pretty subtle. So, um,
And
plus he
then
plays a German priest. He was really good. He was fantastic.
he's
Like
so good.
so good. So was
Man.
the doctor, the guy who played the doctor at um the psychologist guy.
Yes. And cannot
Let me look
forget
him up.
Zoe Blue. I think that's her name.
Gosh, she is
She,
so incredibly beautiful. I'm blown away.
right? And she
Just
played
stunning.
Elizabetha and Mina. Um, and in the Dracula book, there's just Mina, so there's no Elizabetha. From what I've read, I didn't finish it. Carolyn will finish it, and she will tell me. Uh, but she absolutely killed it. Like their chemistry was off the charts,
hmm
and oh my gosh, she was just so good. Like she was just so good.
Yes.
I can't stop like I just loved everything about their interpretation of these characters. And yeah.
That's who he is. Okay, I was trying to figure out who
What?
Ewans Abbott, he played, or Ewans Abbott, I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry. He played Jonathan Harker in Dracula. He plays the solicitor. And he was in Andor, and I was trying to figure out what I'd seen him in.
Oh, really?
And he's in Andor. That's what I saw him in.
That's
And he's
cool.
also in Emily in Paris, but he's a small part. Like a really small
What?
part.
Emily
Yeah,
Paris.
it just says he's a waiter, so I'm assuming
Oh.
that's a really small part.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm trying to like I think that's the only thing I've seen him in was Andor. He's a relatively new actor. I really enjoy it when they use new actors because I do find that a lot of times when I'm watching something and it's such an iconic actor, it's like used against them, as in like they you only see that actor. It's like really hard to see past that it's that actor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless they're like absolutely phenomenal or the makeup is really good or like other than that. But this movie was just fantastic.
So good. It was, oh man. I loved everything about it. Okay, so something that I've seen like in reviews is people, Carol and I have talked about this, where people are upset because, oh wait, this is non-spoiler. Should we go into spoiler?
Really quick, last non-spoiler thing I had to say about it is I think this movie is really good, but it just shows how important a good Act 3 is. Because I would say
Yes.
if Act 3 was as good as Act 1 and 2, I wouldn't have been like, this is the best movie I've ever seen. But Act 3 is so good, it ends so well that it's just like, wow, this is the best movie ever. Like it just has a really good Act
Yeah.
3. But yes, Act 1 and Act 2. I would say it's very if you are a fan of Baz Luhrmann movies, you will definitely like this will be one of your favorites. Like it's very much the whimsical, magical, very theatrical. It's so incredibly French. Um, then you'll like love it.
Yeah.
If that kind of stuff takes you out of the movie, you won't enjoy this movie. Like it is very like whimsical and like some parts are like you're like, what is going on? But that's very much part of it. But if you are someone that kind of stuff takes you out, then you won't enjoy it.
Yeah.
But that kind of
And
stuff I love, so
oh,
I really liked it.
I'm trying to figure out this guy. And also, I would like to shout out to the composer, Danny Elfman.
Oh my gosh, incredible.
He like okay, I feel like everyone knows who he is, but from what I know him as, is okay, not that movie. Let's relax. I was trying to remember what the movie's called. Because Meet the Robinsons. He Meet the Robinsons, and he did
Fantastic.
Corpse Bride. There we go, Corpse Bride.
Yes. I was thinking it was so Tim Burton that I like the soundtrack, and that's probably what I was thinking of was Corpse Bride.
Yeah,
Because the soundtrack is so good. Oh my gosh, when the like title screen hits at the end with the music, oh my gosh, so
it's so
good.
good.
The
It's so good.
music is amazing. This is definitely gonna be on my like writing playlists for
Mhm.
sure. It's so good. Yeah, it's just very whimsical. It's very fun.
Go see it, guys.
So if you yeah. And if you want to watch something like this and you're like, I just don't think I can give the money to the director, I'm not opposed to pirating this film. I'm not opposed
I
to
already
this being
attempted it,
pirated.
guys. Okay, I've already
Uh
attempted. So
try it now that it's in the US. I bet if there's a will, there's a way. It'll be online.
exactly.
Um,
Now that it's here,
but
guys, you could probably try it.
um, but otherwise, just be comforted that a million people worked on this movie, and
Hmm.
they would be receiving some of that money too. So, anyways, now into our spoilers. Oh my gosh,
Okay.
spoiler review, spoiler review. If you want to go watch the movie, turn this off now. If you want to watch the movie and know the spoilers, you can keep listening to it. But yeah, we're gonna start to spoil this film.
Yes. Okay. So the point that I wanted to bring up first was the fact. Well, so Carol and I have already talked about this, but a lot of people in their reviews were upset with the fact that the love story between the two main characters really is. They said, "Oh, it's only 20 minutes of romance, and then the rest is just whatever." I was like, "What are? Did we watch the same movie?
Dummies,
Dummy."
dummies.
Because
Also, no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
no, you go.
No, go. Because what? Because what? I
I
want to
was
know
just gonna
why.
say that like the waiting period is so good. If the
And it's
movie
part of
didn't,
the
it's part of
romance.
the romance. Like if he just like found her automatically, it'd be like, okay, so now we're already here. But like we
Yeah.
needed the backstory of like his story and like what happened after he lost her and like his current state and
We
how like
needed the yearning.
we
We
needed the
needed the
yearning.
400 years. And people are dumb. And I think, well, okay, sorry, guys, I came in hot there. People are not dumb, but people
Some
don't
people can be dumb.
understand that in the writing of a romance, one of the most important parts is the waiting. That is the most important part. And you'll think like the greatest, quote unquote, greatest love stories of all time, that's 90% of it. Like Pride and
Mhm.
Prejudice, he leaves for a really long time. And she's really sad about it. And then she goes and visits his house and he happens to be there. Like that is a huge part of the story.
400
And if
years.
you don't have the waiting, you don't have the yearning, and the yearning is the best part of romance. The like,
Hmm.
will it happen is the best part. And so yeah, when everyone was like, I can't believe I went to the movie, it was just 20 minutes. I was like, did we see the same movie? Because like his whole
Because
life is her. All he talks about is her. Like, yeah, she's not on screen for that part, but like he is like, I just, want my wife back.
yeah.
Um,
And it makes it so much worth it. Okay, I did make this note because we're gonna go over favorite scenes, but this was one of my favorite scenes was when he saw her for the first time after 400 years because the way that the cinematography is done and the editing, you like it's like her in like the modern time and then cuts to or like match cuts to when she was like a princess in his like 400 years ago and just like the music and the way he's looking at her and like he's like on the brink of tears like it could make you cry like it was so beautiful and if we didn't have that yearning and that waiting we wouldn't have had that scene it's like so
Exactly.
good.
The payoff is so worth it because it's just like, and you feel how he does, which is so important as the audience to be like, oh my
Hmm.
goodness, like I just can't wait till she's back. And like that, you wouldn't feel that way and you wouldn't even care about that big reveal if they
Yeah.
didn't have that long time in between. And yeah, so I thought that was a great aspect of it. And when people were upset about it, I was like,
I'm like,
I told Maddie this. I was like, "Oh, you're upset you only get 20 minutes of romance? I watched the sequels of Star Wars. That's 3 movies total and
and
20
it's
minutes total of romance."
and you know what? It's like books because okay, like for example, like if this was a fantasy book, okay, some people like it enemies to lovers or like waiting to like be here and then the rest is romance. For
No.
me, I need it like
Wrong.
this. Then they and
Exactly.
then they kiss. You know what
And
I'm saying?
for those who are listening, Maddie stacked up 4 books, and the first book is when they hate, or the 3 books they hate each other, fourth book they kiss.
Like
Okay?
that's what I need, okay? And that's what I received here. Okay, but I mean obviously not enemies to lovers, but like but you get what I'm saying. Like the waiting period is so good for the payoff.
So important, and like the building, and people just aren't patient anymore, and like that's just it's such a good part of just the
Yes.
romance plot structure
Mm-hmm.
is the waiting and the yearning and everything, because otherwise you get freaking act 3 breakup. Ugh, throw up. That's what happens when you don't have the waiting. You get act 3 breakup. Is that what you guys want? Gross. Get away from me.
Rose.
Don't talk to me. Act 3
And the
breakup.
costumes were fantastic. You know,
Oh my gosh, most beautiful costume I've ever seen. Her dress, insane.
insane. When they lifted the veil over her, I was like, oh my gosh. Beautiful, stunning.
So stunning. When she's on her horse and they're going, there's that really big wide shot, and it's her horse and
Mm-hmm.
her veil down her horse. Oh, just beautiful.
Beautiful,
Just
stunning.
beautiful. I will say, one negative thing about this, and I don't even find this to be negative because I still love the movie, but it is kind of funny. There's like, it's kind of funny because there's like 2 shots where it's like, oh, I'm watching Once Upon a Time. Like it's just like green screen, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
green screen. And that was really funny. That made me giggle because I explain whenever I talk to anyone about this movie the last 48 hours, I've been like, it's like watching a really good 2015 fantasy romance movie because those are the movies I love. And it was so those vibes. Like it's just so good. It's dramatic. People are like, it's a little cheesy. I'm like, it's a love story.
It's literally
That's
called
kind
a
of,
love tale.
yeah, it's a love story.
What are
If
we
you're not ready
doing?
for cheesy, you're not ready for love, honey. Okay, that's part of it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. She got
Yeah.
intense, guys. I wrote down like little bullet points
Okay, let's go through them.
of things I would like for each of us to go through. So I did favorite
Okay.
scene. So the favorite scene for me was obviously when he sees her with her. And also the scene, okay, literally from the start of when he sees her to the end of the bedroom scene. Because when he sees her for the first time, I'm like, beautiful, stunning, amazing. Everything about it is amazing. And then the circus part, I thought was so cute because
So
she
cute.
kept running to him when she was sick, when she was scared. And I also thought it was really cute, like he's like falling in love with her all over again, and we can see that. And also,
Uh-huh.
he's been in his castle for how many years? And so he's also experiencing life with her in this new world. And I thought that was really cute. And then the bedroom scene when she's uh doing the music box and she's like she's dancing around her room and she's like remembering things and then he grabs her and then they have that quote from like what they would say to each other and I was like, "Oh, so I'm on the floor of the theater bawling my eyes out and
Yeah,
no
I'm
one's there to
sobbing.
comfort
There's a
me."
puddle
There's a
because of my sobs. There's a
literally
raging river of sobs throughout the theater.
I'm crawling on the floor being like like reaching for the screen because I want Dracula for myself now. Um,
I'm just
so that
laughing because I'm laughing because I know that's gonna be the entry quote into this video.
100%. Okay, and then I'll do favorite quote, but I'll do favorite quote after you tell me what your favorite scenes were.
Okay, favorite scenes. Okay, very similar because come on,
Come
please,
on, please.
perfect. The scene where they're walking through the haunted house in the circus and she
Yes.
gets scared and then she turns and he's just like, "Oh, it's okay, I'm right here, I'm with you." And then they walk together because it wasn't sexual. Okay? This is
Yes.
like it was not, it was like just like him being sweet and gentlemanly and like kind.
Yes.
It was never like, I just want to get with you. It was always like deep. And that was so important to me. And I loved that. Um,
Can I add something to that real quick?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
For every scene that they were together, I agree with the fact that they didn't sexualize any of it, but I love that when he looked at her, he didn't look at her with like lust in his eyes. He looked at her and just being like, I love her so much. Like it was just pure love
Yeah.
that he looked at her.
Like I have waited so long and it was worth every minute. Like
Yes.
to see you right now. Um, yeah, the yearning is just on another level. Like the best yearning I've ever seen in a movie ever. Um, but yeah, the other scene, definitely when she's dancing in her room. No, okay. Favorite scene ever is after that when she's like, you have to leave, you have to leave. And he's like, okay. And he like walks to the balcony and
Yes.
she's like, no, it's too far. You're like, you'll die. And he's like, would you rather I die farther away from your house? And she's like, yes, wait, no. And that part's so funny, so good. I just loved it. I love those whole scenes because he was just like a perfect gentleman. And when she goes downstairs and Jonathan's there and he's like hurt and they're like, he did this and she's like, he would never do that. He's a perfect gentleman. He's so kind. He's so sweet. Like, whatever. And then when he appears in her house and she's like, you were putting a spell on me and he's like, no, I do have one, but I'd never do it on you. Like, oh my gosh, it was just the perfect like dark prince story.
Yeah.
Like so good. And the fact that he okay, and now we're gonna get into the deepest scenes, okay? The deep scenes that I really like. Okay, 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 lock in. Everyone, hey, lock in,
Okay.
lock in. Okay.
Locked in.
Put the teeth, Maddie, put the teeth back on. Perfect, thank you. Okay,
Locked in.
is that the entire movie and what we find out at the end here? Oh, careful. What we find out at the end here is that everything that he has done has been self-inflicted, and he like blames God for it, but it is ultimately self-inflicted, and they talk about it in the end, and it's very beautifully done and well said.
Yes.
Like the fact that it was an accident, and this is a huge, huge spoiler. So if you are going, like, genuinely, if you want to go watch this movie, turn this off right now. This is a huge spoiler. Um, but the fact that he's the one that kills her on accident, that it's his fault that she dies, um, is huge. And the fact that and then the fact that he is like, I can't believe, like, all I ever wanted was for her to live, and that's the only thing I asked for. And then she died in this war that was going on. That was his fault. And I just think that that is so well done, and that made every scene worth it. And that beginning scene when she dies, so good. And then the
Hmm.
end, making the payoff with his conversation with the priest, when she's like, "She is my salvation," and the priest is like, "Yeah, but you are her damnation."
Yes.
So
I
good,
did write one of the
so good.
quotes from that scene. I wrote because I loved this quote. I thought it was so good. When when the priest says, "No, you're not fighting against God, but against yourself."
Yes,
Such
yes,
a powerful
so
quote.
good. And when he says, when Dracula says, "I killed in his name," because the beginning is like
Hmm.
supposed to be talking about like the Crusades and the Holy Wars, is the like flashbacks, and he says that I killed in his name, and then the priest says, "You live and you breathe in his name. Why would he ever ask you to kill? A man kills in his own name." And that was so good.
So
Like
good.
chills. Like I was like, "Oh my gosh." And so it really is, it's very interesting. And I was worried about recommending this movie to my parents. And I don't know how you feel with your mom the same way. Because it is very much like our parents are old school traditional Christians, and usually they can't even get behind the demon symbolism. Because, like, I think for us, we kind of see it as like this is symbolism and there's redemption, and that's why this story is so important. But
Yeah.
they might just see it as I don't like all the demon symbolism, so I'm not interested in watching this, which is,
Yeah.
that's fair if that's not what you're into, totally get it. But the demon symbolism is so intense, but there is redemption, and it's so good. Oh, it's
Yeah.
so good. Like, I
Yeah.
was in tears. It's just so well done. And yeah, so I loved
I
it.
loved it.
Love,
I
love, love.
loved
Every single scene is my favorite scene. That's what we're decided. Okay, next one.
Okay.
Like,
Well, I picked three quotes for that were my favorite quotes, and that was one of them. So, one of my favorite quotes of oh my gosh. Okay. It's after she dies and he goes back to the priest and he's like, "Why did this happen? Why did this happen?" And he goes like, "Give her back to me." But he goes, "He gave me love as well." He's talking about God. He's like, "He gave me love as well. He cannot blame me for being unable to live without it."
yes,
Oh, automatic
so
tears.
good.
I
So
was
good.
like,
Yeah,
damn.
that made me cry in the theater. Like, that was my first sobbing moment was when he said that. I was
I was
like,
like,
oh,
oh, he just loves her so much. Like
yeah.
he literally can't live without her because after each attempt of jumping out the window and trying to die and it wasn't working, he just closed himself off in his castle and he's like old and wrinkly and he just was just like, if I'm gonna be miserable, I'm just gonna be miserable. I'm just gonna be miserable alone. And then
Yeah,
he found his chance.
when he said that quote that he was like, even the desire, like all my desires were gone, that even the desire to no longer be alive was gone. So I
Yeah.
was just here. Like that was
Yeah.
it. And when he's like, I am just a an old soul who's been like damned to continue living, and he's telling Jonathan that he's like to die as a gift. Like you don't understand. Like that was crazy. That
It
whole
was
part was crazy.
crazy. And then another quote that I wrote down was, it's in that room. Damn, that scene was just so good when he's in that room with with her, with Mina,
Hmm.
and he's just looking at her with just longingness in his eyes. And he goes, "I'm only haunted by should I do an accent? I'm on should I do an accent? I'm
Mighty as Dracula.
I'm Dracula." No, I'm haunted by the memory of my wife, my one and only love, and you look so much like her that it troubles me.
Yes,
So
so good. And the fact
Literally.
that he never puts on her when he's like she's like, you're married, and he's like, I'm widowed, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, and he's like, you're forgiven.
You're forgiven.
When he's
Oh,
so when he's so when he's
oh.
so gentle with her, and he's so like she, when after she gets a little frightened because she's like, you're putting a spell on me because she's remembering everything, and he's like, no, 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 like, I'm sorry, and
I'll
he's like,
be.
I'm so sorry for it, like, and then he leaves and he tries to leave. Well, she's like, well, don't die. But like that whole part, he's just like so sweet with her, which I know is not true to the book at
No.
all, and that's fine. Okay, they're
Yeah.
separate, and I love this story so much.
Hmm.
It's just so well done.
And
So
I love how he wasn't being like, "Remember me," like he gave her the
no.
music box and he was just like, "Here you go. Like you you have to accept this gift. I no takey backsies." That's
And then he
that's
left her alone. He said,
yeah,
"No
and he left
takesies,
her alone.
backsies."
And
Yeah,
then she
he
and she
left.
and
Yeah,
he
because he
left. And then she like opened the box and then she started playing it. And because he told her, he was like, my wife would only play this music when and I would run to her. And so, oh my gosh. And then she's playing the music and then she's remembering everything. And then he just like slowly puts his hands on her cheeks and she's just like, oh my gosh, you're here. He's like, yeah, I'm here.
You
My
called me.
wife
You
called
summoned.
me.
You played the song.
You
That's what we just
played.
said. That
I
was the deal.
literally just told you, Mina, that if you play the song, I'm gonna arrive. Man, I'm not gonna lie. He looked real good in his black attire.
Dude, his black guitar at the end, that last
Third
when they get
act.
back to the castle, from the moment they get back to the castle to the end of the movie, I'm just like, oh, all
Damn.
right, I see it.
And
When he-
come on! With the sword fighting in that attire as well.
Cute. Dude,
Damn.
when she screams from upstairs and he runs to her, oh, it's
And
over.
he opens the door and he's like Elizabeth, and he's like
Elizabeth!
and then he just holds her and he's just like you could just see, oh my gosh, Caleb is such a phenomenal actor because you could just see the pure relief on his face that he has her in his arms again and she's unharmed, like
Yeah.
so good. And a lot of people don't like the ending because I'll be honest too, like the ending is kind of hard to swallow sometimes with the fact that it's not like a happy ending. Like they're not ending up together. But I like sitting in it, it was the perfect ending and I think that's the only way for that story to end.
Well,
Because
exactly. I don't think I would have loved it as much if it had ended any other way.
I
It's
know.
kind of, well, okay, that's a movie I haven't seen yet, so I won't say that. But the ending is so good because that's exactly what had to happen because he
It had
sacrificed
to happen.
himself for her, and that was his redemption that he needed. Otherwise, there'd be no way to get behind this guy's actions. You'd be like, well, he did it all for himself. But because he did it all for her to the end,
Mm-hmm.
he's redeemed, and I thought it was
And goes
so
to
good. It's
God.
so funny. Speaking of quotes that are the best, so funny when it's the very end, he's passed away. Rest in peace. And the priest walks down, he's like, curse is broken, everything's okay now. Like that is the line. Like that is word for word the line he
It's
said.
so
It's
funny.
so funny because the other guy, the doctor who's also there, because the doctor captures a vampire on accident. He doesn't know what's wrong with this lady, but he's like, it's like what are they called?
Maria.
Yeah,
Maria.
Maria's the girl, which also Maria's not in the book. The girl's name is Lucy in the book, and it's completely different.
Yeah.
But but he's been through this journey the whole time, not really knowing what's going on. And so he's also at Dracula's castle, and he's just like, everything's fine now. Curse is broken. I'll feed his Zane and leaves.
I'll
And
be
the
saying,
guys and the doctor's just like
what?
it's so funny.
And
Also
he's
really
like getting
funny.
off of the ground. I was like, when did he fall over? I must have missed that part. But it's just like, this is so good. So
Another really
funny.
funny moment was this cracked me up the first time and the second time I saw it was when they're seeing Mina for the first time in the psycho what is it called? What is this place is called? It's really bad. It was not good that time.
Not an asylum. Is it an asylum? Is that what it's
An
called?
asylum, yes, 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 you're right. At the asylum, she's there and she's clearly not being honest with them, and so they have like an intern guy and they like dismiss him for a second, and they're like, go get her some water while we talk to her. And so then they talk to her and then she's honest. And then the guy comes back with the water and then she leaves. And so he's
He's
just
just like,
like he's
yeah,
like he's
I
like,
saw that
it's
too.
so funny. Oh my gosh. So that actor, I noticed that and I thought that was very funny. I'm gonna find his name.
Do you know he's
I'm gonna
in
find his
some,
name.
you know who he, you know what? He's in Stranger Things. That's who he was. He's in
Wait,
Stranger
he's in
Things.
Stranger Things?
He is the
He's a
younger
bully?
version of the bad guy, whatever his name is.
Clerks, wait, hold on. His name
What's
is
his name?
Raphael Luce is the actor's name, and he's young Henry in Stranger Things. Yes, that's
Yes,
correct.
yes. I was trying
And
to
he's
remember
French boy in Loki, which I haven't watched.
French boy.
Um, but
But
he was really funny. He's Clerk
so
Simon,
another
and he was
part that was
hilarious.
so funny to me was, I mean, it's not even supposed to be funny, but it made me laugh the first time, was when he breaks the window and then he jumps out and you're like, oh no, he's trying, oh man. And then he just like walks back up the stairs with like a limp leg. I was like, damn, he's just gonna keep going.
Yeah, everyone in my theater laughed at that point too, because it happens like 20 times in a row.
Yeah, and I laughed for the first time. I was like, "That's so funny." And then it kept happening and it kept happening. I was just like, "Man, he's trying real hard." But yeah, I thought it was fantastic. Great
Such
movie.
a good movie. Okay, next bullet point. I think we went over a lot of good
I
quotes.
think that well, no, I think that was it. I think that was all of them. Because I did like bullet points, ending 10 out of 10, plot 10 out of 10, music 10 out of 10. I gave everything 10s.
The perfect
Except
score.
it was a perfect score. I mean, there is that one scene with the nuns. Is that what they're?
Oh yes, yeah, the nun scene I could have done without. Okay, so the nun scene is like the most like quote unquote demonic scene in the whole thing, and it's very it's really tough. It's really tough. And I do think that they needed to show I don't know, like genuinely, I actually don't think it was necessary. Like I think we
I
already
don't
knew
think
who
it
he
was
was,
necessary
and I
either.
wish we had taken it out. And it's really just to show how angry he is with God and everything. But like, I just thought it was unnecessary, and like I hated it. Like
I hated
I
it.
would have done the whole movie without that scene, and then it would have been the perfect movie. Like that's the
Yeah,
only thing that I was like, ugh. Like I
because
almost was like, I don't know if we can really get behind this movie.
I know that's how I felt too. Because I don't like it when people disrespect God. And when I was watching that part, I was just like, oh no, I don't feel right about this. I don't feel right about this. And then, yeah. And then
He
well, I
gets
knew the end.
redeemed,
He
and
gets
yeah,
redeemed in
and
the end, which I was just like, I just have to get to the end. Just have to get to the end. But, yeah, like that part was really hard to watch. And I was just, and I think that's one of the reasons why I won't recommend it to my mom. And it's, well, also, like, this is not her type of movies. Like, she doesn't really like stuff like this. But specifically with that scene, I'm just like, yeah, I don't think you'd like it, Mom. I don't think you'd like it very much.
well, you should have watched it at home with her, and then you can skip it. Be like, just kidding. The scene doesn't happen.
Yeah,
Because, like, genuinely, if I was watching it with my mom and showing it to her, I would just skip that scene, and it would be the perfect movie.
yeah,
I'm gonna, I'm gonna illegally download it and edit it, and just edit that part out. This will be my version. Like, you know how people used to do that with VHS tapes?
yeah.
This is my version of the movie.
But
No, but yeah, I hated that scene, and it goes on for so long, and I was just like, ugh,
yeah, because I
everything's
was like,
perfect.
he asked the what are they called? The stone kids. What are they called?
The gargoyles?
Gargoyles. He goes to the gargoyles. He's like, make me beautiful. I need blood. So I assumed that he would just drink Jonathan's blood, but no, he goes to like a church and kills the nuns. And I was just like, yeah, I didn't even know about that.
And to be honest, like according to the book of Dracula, this is the least of his crimes. Like in the book, he's like stealing kids. Like it's not good. Like it is, well, because the kids are all the gargoyles, so that's
Yeah.
why he's kidnapping kids and turning them into gargoyles. So,
Hmm.
um, not great. Also, that part of the book is crazy.
Yeah.
Because what he does is he'll have someone visit him in the castle, and then he'll take their clothes, dress up as them and then go and kidnap these kids.
Yeah, it's not
Um,
good.
which was crazy. So, yeah, that part's tough. So that's also why, like, I love this movie because they kind of took all those things out.
They kept some aspects in of like mainly Jonathan. Like in the beginning, like Jonathan showing up at Dracula's house and being trapped there. Like
And engaged to Mina. Yeah.
yeah, they did keep that. Um,
But in the
but
book, they actually, spoilers for the book, Mina and Jonathan actually do get married in the book.
yeah,
And in the movie, they played it more like Mina was not, she rushed into it. She wasn't really interested in being with him. And she just always felt that she wasn't where she was supposed to be because she was
yes.
Elizabetha, because she wasn't supposed to be this time. And the
Hmm.
only reason she's there is because, honestly, it feels like because it was like mercy on Dracula from God,
Yeah.
like is why she was there. So like um, yeah.
And
So
Dracula, please, he is like how many wives or how many people in his house? Yeah, he's got a lot of girls in him. There's like three girls that one scene.
I'm trying to remember.
It was like Jonathan, because like Dracula's like, don't go to sleep in any other part of the castle except for your room, and then he like doesn't do it, and he like wakes up or something. And there's like these three vampire girls surrounding
Oh,
him.
yes. Yes, the vampire girls. But I never thought that Dracula had relations with the with those girls.
Oh,
That was not the impression I got from the book. But
oh, I don't
because I
know.
do remember that scene, but I never got because I got the impression that it was similar to Maria, where it was like he was not sleeping with them,
Oh,
but they were like his like servants.
I see. I
So,
understand.
but I don't know. I am I have not finished the book.
I have not
Um,
finished the book, and I don't think I
But yeah,
will.
I don't think he is redeemed in the book. I don't think
Because
Dracula is the hero, and he
no,
is not the hero in this movie either.
no. But
But
you just love him so much that you're on his side.
you love
Because you
him so much,
understand his cause. Sorry.
and yeah, exactly. You understand where he's coming from, and you understand like how much he's in grief and how he's like, how could like God do this to me? Like when
Hmm.
I've served him my whole life, and so I think it's a very complex plot because of that, and
It
it's just
feels
so well done. Like, yes, yeah, and I totally understand why you'd be like, I can't recommend this movie to my mom because of those scenes, but I think those scenes are, besides an unseen, no excuses. But every other scene I feel like where he is so upset with God,
hmm are
are
necessary.
redeemed in the end, yes,
Yes. To
and
make,
are
yeah.
only natural. I mean, I think about, I guess this is our most religious episode. I think about like the story of David in the Bible and how David is just angry at God for 90% of the time. Like
Yeah.
90% of the time, he's like, kill my enemies, attack my enemies. Why is this happening to me? Why would you do this
Hmm.
to me? Like, and also David makes huge mistakes and does terrible things.
Yeah.
Um, and so I think like I just love the story for that reason because it was like God could redeem anyone,
Hmm.
including this guy.
Yeah. Just,
And
and it kind of, I mean, obviously it's not exactly like this, but, uh, okay, you know how people look at Wanda like the villain because everything she did, but you understand where Wanda's coming from, where like she lost
yeah,
everything. It's kind of like the same thing with Dracula, where he is not a great guy, like he's not like the good guy of the story, but you understand everything about him and like why he's doing the things that he does, and so
exactly. Yeah, actually 100%. If you liked WandaVision, you'll
you'll
love
love
Dracula, A Love
Dracula.
Tale. Yes, because oh man, that makes me want to watch Wanda again. Wanda is so good.
Wanda is so good. Um, but yeah, I did see some recommendations on my TikTok about if you like the movie Dracula 2026, then you'll like this book. So maybe I'll look at some of those books instead of the original
The
Dracula.
source material.
The
You
source
know what?
material.
There's something to be said, and I'm not talking about Wuthering Heights, and I've never been talking about Wuthering Heights. And if you made the movie Wuthering Heights, get away from me. Don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. Okay?
So should I leave
Um,
the chat? I'm just kidding. I've never seen it.
um, I like they. because here's the thing. I do think Dracula, they do change the character motivations, and I'm usually someone that's like, that's a core thing. At that point, just make your own movie if you're gonna change so much.
Yeah.
Um, However, I think that this made Dracula better. I
Yeah.
think that the movie for Wuthering Heights made Wuthering Heights worse. So that's gonna be my line. If you did a better job, like if you can take the source material and turn it into a different story that is still really good, great.
Hmm.
But Wuthering Heights that goes over so many really important issues and talks about important things, and then to be like, we're ignoring all the important things and just making a really like film, like a really horny film, and then calling it Wuthering Heights. I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, I am going to watch the Winona Ryder Dracula. There's also a
Yes!
Nicolas Cage Dracula. There's a
It's
bunch. So I am
it's a
gonna watch
good
all of them now.
Dracula. It is a good Dracula. Only thing about the Winona one, yeah, Winona Ryder, is like I mean it is kind of a different version of like Drac like I just won't say anything actually. Just watch it. It's really good.
Okay, okay.
It's good.
Um, but I know I know that another will be this one. Like this one is told as a love story, and
Yeah.
as of right now, the whole like opening storyline does not exist in the book at
Yeah.
all.
He's just a different
Um,
Dracula in Gary Oldman in that one. He's just a
but
different Dracula.
But I
But
just
it's
like how soft and
good.
kind. I mean,
I
he's insane
know.
too. Hey, we gotta, village fields. But it was interesting because my mom was talking about it with me because I was telling her to watch it. Maddie was on this phone call. So funny. We both called my mom. I was like, Mom, you have to watch this movie right now because this is such a movie my mom would love. Like 100%. She would love this movie.
Yes.
With Phantom of the Opera, he makes the wrong
Yes.
choice. Okay, I love Phantom of the Opera, but like when I was a kid, I was always like she should be with the Phantom. As an adult, I'm like
No.
this guy's insane.
Yeah.
And this guy does not have her best interests at heart. This guy's just obsessive and a freak.
Yeah.
Okay? And Dracula, it was always like everything I've ever done is for her. And even though it was selfish in some ways, he's redeemed at the end, so it's fine. And my mom was like, Kathy, she was like, well, is this gonna be like Gone with the Wind? And I was like, no, because once again, they're not good people the whole time. This time they are redeemed and it's better and it's a good story because of that.
Yeah.
And I know there will not be another Dracula like this. I know this one stands out in the fact that he's a gentleman, that he
Well,
takes care of her and all that.
there's not a
Okay,
new
like
Dracula yet. Coming 2027, Star Magnolia is coming out with Dracula.
dude, I would love. Okay, I'm not joking. This is dead serious. Okay,
I'm
this is me
serious.
serious as Dracula for 400 years. Dead. Okay,
I'm serious.
making this movie as a play, I would so do.
100%.
Like
So
Dracula, a
good.
love tale as a play on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
It so could be done. It could
So
so
could
be
be
done
done. 100%.
because it's such a like I feel like a lot of these classics get made into plays because you could easily do it for the most part. And
Mm-hmm.
the way that dialogue is done in these books feels very similar to the way that dialogue is done in plays.
Yeah.
And I would so do a play of this. So, what are you doing this summer? Should we do a play? Just really
I'm
quick.
I'm actually pretty open, so let's do it.
Put it up at the Armory.
Broadway, call us.
You're going straight to Broadway. I'm thinking like my local Greeley theater.
Oh no, Broadway, honey.
We
Think
get
big.
sued immediately because we do the exact same story and plot and don't credit any of them.
Dude, I
Guys,
love capes. Why did we stop wearing capes, guys?
I don't know. They're so fun, and it's just like a built-in blankie. Like I'm just like, give me my blanket.
Right? No wonder all the actors took their capes home from King Tara.
No, honestly. Okay. Hey guys, we really hope you enjoyed this week's episode. We hope that you'll go watch that movie, but hopefully illegally, depending on your stance. Yeah, skip the scene as soon as he shows up and he's an old man and he's like, I just need some food. I haven't had eaten in centuries. Go ahead and hit that skip button. And then the rest of the movie, perfect.
Walk out of the theater, go to the bathroom if you see it in theaters. Just go to the bathroom for like
Go to the
5 minutes.
bathroom, come on back, and then watch the rest of the movie. No, but genuinely so good. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We hope you enjoyed the movie. Maddie, really quick, you want to guess the Metascore on this film?
Out of what? Is it like out of 10?
It's out of 100 for Metascore.
Um, wait, is this Rotten Tomatoes?
No, this is Metascore. I could look
Oh, I
up
don't
one
know. I
total
don't
score.
know. 70%.
It's sitting at a 44.
People
I
are haters.
know.
People are
Can you
haters.
believe that? And
What does
if
Rotten
this,
Tomatoes say?
let's see, if this movie had come out in 2015, I think it would have gotten like at least a 65. To be honest
At
with you, but
least. Please. I
I love those teeth.
didn't have any fake ones, so I had to make some.
Okay, Rotten Tomato score. Ba ba da ba.
70?
Okay.
70? 80?
Okay. Okay, Rotten Tomatoes, 81% audience score. Okay,
What's it?
52% critics. But once again, if this had come out in 2015, I think it would have been really high, highly rated. Because
100%.
it's very much those vibes. Okay, let's read some of these reviews. There's a very specific tone to this movie, so you'll either really enjoy it or you'll really hate it. That's true. I agree. Because it is that kind of fairy tale whimsical, a little bit odd, which is also why I like it, because I love films like that. Wish there was more. Maddie and I talked about this. Before every single movie had 17 movies in a franchise, that was the best part of seeing a movie, was being like, man, this was so good. I wonder what would happen with this character. I wonder if they would ever do a story like this. I wonder if they would continue this in any way. And then you just wondered, and that was a really fun part of seeing a movie. And now every movie has a TV show and 17 movies coming out, and it kind of destroys the whimsicalness because, like, genuinely, you're gonna be disappointed in stuff most of the time when it's something you really, really love. Because like your expectations are so high because you love it so much that you just want it to be so much better than it
Yeah.
genuinely will be. Uh, and so I'm really happy that this movie is not gonna have a sequel and or a prequel or
It
anything
doesn't
or a
need
TV show
it. It doesn't
because it
need it.
doesn't need it.
Hollywood, it doesn't need it
Just
because it
let
was
things be.
perfect.
Yeah, just let
What's he
it
gonna
be.
what's he gonna come? What's he gonna do? Come down to the earth in dust form? Like what do you
Yeah,
expect?
she becomes Dracula. They do it the same but opposite. Somebody said that on TikTok. They were like, I wish that then she became Dracula and then he came back. And I was like, no,
The
the
curse is
whole
broken.
the
The curse
curse,
is broken.
it's over. The movie's over. Go home. Why are
The
you
curse
still
is broken.
here?
I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Carolyn,
Yeah,
I think if we do more movie reviews, we show up dressed as the characters.
I kind of love
Um,
this. As long as there's
next
cakes, I'll
week,
I'll bring teeth next time.
next week, medical dramas. We're gonna dress up as
Yes.
doctors. I
Okay.
will be
I'll
Miss.
put my scrubs on. Girl, I got my scrubs. I gotta show you. They're so
Heck
cute.
yes, man. I will. I don't even know if I'll find a doctor coat or something. I don't know what I'll do.
No,
But
literally, I have scrubs now, so we can do it. We should dress up like that. And special guest that doesn't know about this when this is airing,
Michelle, are
Michelle
you ready?
Stahl.
Michelle Stahl. Yes, I will. I don't know. I'll find
Next week
something.
we'll be talking about medical dramas. We are going to be talking about specifically the story structure because there's very specific story structure to medical dramas and kind of what we like and what we don't like about the way that they are filmed and produced and made because it's a different way that they do it than other shows and it's very good though. I enjoy them. So
Yep.
we're going to talk about that. And Michelle's going to join us because she's watched all of them and she loves them all.
Yes.
So
I'm really glad I did not wear these teeth throughout the whole episode because I can't take myself seriously. I can't even look at myself.
I think you look great. I think these might need to be added to your usual getup.
Oh, perfect. I'm now Dracula.
Yeah, are you going to the grocery store? I got my teeth on, don't you worry.
I'm now
Um,
Dracula. So,
yeah, okay, here's my last thing about this movie.
oh god.
If in 2011 you came to school with two little dots that you wrote on with makeup and you put them on your neck, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this movie, okay?
And I was one of them. No, I'm just kidding.
No, genuinely though, that was the funniest stuff ever. I love it when that stuff comes back up on TikTok and it'll be like, remember when this used to happen? Yes.
I was like, especially in Washington because Twilight was
Forks, yeah, it was filmed there. Yeah,
was-
so
yeah.
it
So
was huge in our high school. We had girls with clipboards walking down, being like Edward or Jacob, and they would write your name down based on who you chose. I'm not
Yeah.
joking. That was real. It was very real. Everyone was wearing vampire stuff. I don't know what it was like your guys' middle school and high school, but people would go to Forks because it was only an hour away, to see everything. Like that was just
only an hour
normal.
away.
Yeah, it's not far from Issaquah.
Damn.
Is it? I feel like it was really close.
I thought it was like a
Now I
3-hour
feel like I'm
drive.
crazy. Maybe it's 3 hours. Let me check. I don't
Because
know.
I know it's past Olympia. Hey guys, if you're in Washington,
Oh, it's past Olympia. Then yeah, it is.
dude,
more
it's like on that little tip of Washington. Like it's on the tip of Washington.
Okay, let's see. From Issaquah to Forks. If you're walking, just kidding. Yeah, you're right. It is 3 hours.
Damn.
It's 3 hours.
It's 3 hours. I was like, if it was an hour away, I'd be finding my vampire every weekend. What are you talking about?
Should we go? Next time we go to Washington, we should go to Forks, actually.
I know, but they closed that one beach though, so we can't go to the beach. The amount of times that this
All
game
the
has come in-
floods, dude. All the floods. There have been crazy floods in Washington.
No, they closed down the beach, La Push. They closed down that beach because the Native Americans, the tribe over there, didn't want any more people coming to their
Okay,
land.
that's fair.
And
Valid.
that's fair. Hey,
Valid.
that's fair. But you can go
Me
see the
dressed up as Bella Swan, like,
Ah,
Dang
damn!
it.
But damn! But you could still go see like the truck and the restaurant. You
and the
can't.
house too, right? Or the outside of the house.
Well, a fun fact about Twilight, guys. Bella's house is actually in Oregon. So that sucks. But the Collins house, the Collins house, the people who live there close the gate. They hate people who go visit. So really, if you're into Twilight, you're just gonna get the forest and that's it. You
Yeah,
can
you can
reenact
go. You can reenact Spider Monkey. You can reenact As If You Could Outrun Me.
as if
You could play baseball in a field somewhere and just pretend.
Make sure it's raining, which is every day in Washington State.
So not going to be difficult.
I need a counter of how many times this game unclipped.
I thought you were just getting annoyed with it and you were unclipping it like during the episode.
No,
So I was
I
like, oh,
was
that's what-
like legit struggling.
Mine's clipped. Boop, 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 boop. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching and listening.
We'll
We'll see you next week for medical dramas. Michelle will be in contact with you if we haven't texted you yet.
No, I'll text you
At that
later.
point, we'll probably have text. You probably know us by this point. Thanks again, guys. We wanted to do another shout out. We already did one, but it's a shout out to Michelle again for donating so that we can put our film Winona into film festivals. If you haven't yet, check out our Winona episode. Check out the Winona trailer. It's all very exciting, and we just cannot wait.
What do you mean check out the Winona episode?
The episode about Winona.
Oh, I thought you meant like the episode, and I was like, Carolyn.
Girl, we're not posting that. We actually have
Post
to
that.
send that out. So, yeah, thanks again, Michelle, for that. And yeah, if you are feeling like you want to donate, there's also merch, and that money goes to us as well.
Hey, what I'm wearing right now.
And there's some Winona crew merch and Winona sweatshirts and all that fun stuff. So there's also some really cute mugs, all that. So check that out. Thanks again for just listening and liking these videos. That helps us out a lot too. Have a great week. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Just Some Podcast.
Feel free to like, comment, and share.
Check out our channel to see our teasers, trailers, and scenes from films we've made. You can also find King Tara, which is now streaming on Amazon.
Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify for more behind the scenes.
See you next week.
See you next week for a new episode.
Can't wait. I'll be there. I know Maddie will be there. Will you be there? It's like a guilt trip.
It's like a threat.
And if we don't see you there, I don't know. Watch your back.